Hi Church family, Pastor Dan here, and to visitors, welcome to our devotional channel here at Rockhampton Baptist. One of the common objections you see with the Bible is that, I'm going to start again with that, because that's not what I want to say. Hi Church family, Pastor Dan here, and to visitors, welcome to our devotional channel here at Rockhampton Baptist. One of the common objections about the use of the Old Testament is that Jesus, who is central to our faith, is not very evident in the Old Testament. We see prophecies about the Messiah and, in certain books of the Bible, but there's some books that he seems to not be there. But when you look for Jesus in the Old Testament, he is very evident in all the books of the Old Testament. He's very evident in the whole Bible. You see that the Bible is actually very central to Jesus. But there's some books where you're reading it where it just doesn't seem to make sense. How is Jesus in that chapter, or how is Jesus in there working, and how are they talking about Jesus? For some reason, when we get to books like the book of Psalms, there seems to be an extra understanding of context that we don't grasp yet, but the writers and the disciples in the New Testament seem to understand. When we read some of the Psalms, it seems like a straightforward psalm, and yet the New Testament writers take it and they go, actually that's talking about Jesus, or it's a prophecy or theology about Jesus, and you go, I can't see that from the psalm just by itself, but when the New Testament writer puts into context, it makes sense where he got that from. And Psalm 2, which we're talking about today, is one of those psalms that one of the New Testament writers, the writer of Hebrews, takes evidence from that psalm to prove about the salvation of Jesus. So let me read that psalm to you today. It said, "Why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans? The kings of the earth prepare for battle, and the rulers plot together against the Lord and against his anointed one. Let us break their chains," they cry, "and free ourselves from slavery to God." But the one who rules in heaven laughs. The Lord scoffs at them. Then in anger he rebukes them, terrifying them with his fierce fury. For the Lord declares, "I have placed my chosen king on the throne in Jerusalem, on my holy mountain." The king proclaims the Lord's decree. The Lord said to me, "You are my son, and today I have become your father. Only ask, and I will give you the nations as your inheritance, the whole earth as your possession. You will break them with the iron rod and smash them like clay pots. Now then, you kings, act wisely. Be warned, you rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with reverent fear and rejoice with trembling. Submit to God's royal Son, or he will become angry, and you will be destroyed in the midst of all your activities. For his anger flares up in an instant, but joy for all who take refuge in him." This is one of those psalms, it's a kingship type psalm. It's one of the psalms that introduces some of the main themes that come throughout the book of Psalms. However, as you read this in the context, looking at the nation of Israel, it seems to just talk about the king of the day, whoever the king was at this time, that the king proclaims the Lord's decree. The Lord said to me, "You are my son, and today I have become your father." However, when you head to a passage like Hebrews brings it in from a different perspective. Here in Hebrews chapter 2, verse 5, it starts to say, "For it was not the angels that God subjected the world to come, of which we are speaking. It was testified somewhere, 'What is man that we are mindful of him, or the son of man that you care for him? You made him a little lower than the angels, and you have crowned him with glory and honor. Put everything in subjection under his feet.' Now in putting everything in subjection to him, he left nothing outside his control or present. We do not do not yet see everything in subjection to him. But we see him. For a little while he was made lower than the angels, namely Jesus, crowned with glory and honour because of the suffering of death, so that by the grace of God he might taste death for everyone. You see, in verse 7 of the psalm here, the writer of Hebrew draws upon this truth, being the Son of God, and that Lord said to me, today I've become your Father. You know, it seems to remind us of a time when Jesus was baptized and he declared that same thing over Jesus. You know, the writer here in the Psalms may have not originally intended it to be a prophecy about Jesus, or to be proved that Jesus was thought about before then. But it's evident here. You know, God works through these words and speaks through the words in Psalms and various other books. There's many other Psalms I could draw you to that draw to this and speak about this point. Jesus was not an afterthought in the Bible. He doesn't just appear in the New Testament, but in fact he is evident throughout the Old Testament. So can I encourage you today, as you read the Old Testament, as you read the New Testament, encourage you to look for Jesus in the Old Testament. See where he comes into the picture, and see how some of the New Testament writers and the disciples speak about Jesus in relation to what the Old Testament says. So let me encourage you today. Lord, I just thank you for how you show us. Lord, you continue to reveal in your scriptures your plan, which is evident straight from the beginning. Lord, we thank you for that. Lord, we ask that as we read the Old Testament and as people have done studies about it and all sorts of things, that you would just draw us to the truth of your gospel, draw us to the truth that Jesus and the plan of Jesus was always there, and that simply the Old Testament writers are pointing towards that. Lord, give us insight like the New Testament writers and the disciples had, that we may be missing today, and open our eyes to that truth. Amen. Keep walking with God. Talk to him. Let him talk back as you read the Bible. And when he does speak to you, trust and obey. Keep looking for Jesus in the Bible and keep looking for opportunities to bless others with this truth. We'll see you soon.